Hi guys,
hello people,
I'm Milena,
I'm Lola.
And we're watching Sopranos, episode 6 of season 3.
I love that we're watching the second one.
Me too.
It's been a bit since we were able to watch more than one.
Honestly, I'm happy now just because the previous one was fine.
Fine as in not traumatic. Yes, it was
if
a good
I had
one.
to watch an episode after episode 4, I would not be watching it.
No. Now I'm just happy to go into.
Too.
Now and this one is like horrific.
I mean, this one is called University.
Maybe it's Meadow.
So it could be about Meadow or something.
It's Meadow.
That could be traumatic, sad.
I don't know. I'm very.
Doesn't have to be.
No, but I'm very curious again. If it's about kids, I think it's gonna be very good.
Yeah, but episode 3 was a lot about AJ and his, at least for me, his relationship with his father, and that was very harder episode, honestly.
That's true.
If it's something similar with Matt, though,
it's not about to be an easy one.
Yeah, but again, we always thought we would also like to find out why she chose this university and things like that. If that would be mentioned, I would love that as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea. It could be about all those things. I don't know where the story is gonna go. I just remember that, again, I think somebody did say something along the lines in our comments that in the season we're gonna have Meadow,
I can't wait. I'm very excited if this is her episode then. If it's something about...
I mean, judging by the title...
it could be something else.
Yeah, but judging by the title, it could be definitely
no one else is really going to university yet, so,
So
let's just play. We just talked about this. Oh, the picture is...
The guy who is
Ralph?
Particular
Ralphie?
character.
Peculiar.
Okay, peculiar character. What did it say? Particular?
Yeah.
That's a normal word. Peculiar is a...
But I said it for some other show as well, and you commented it again. What is peculiar?
No, I now know. I remember it. Remember we had a whole discussion. But what does peculiar means? Unique.
Yeah.
And then I remember saying, why did you just say unique character,
I don't know, sound peculiar.
So...
Sounds normal.
Definitely does not sound normal because this was my second time hearing the word,
Peculiar. Yes, well, it's him, so maybe it's about him as well. He is very...
She doesn't test that.
No, maybe he goes to university as well, I don't know.
Sure.
Look, let's play. Let's see. Do you think Tony and Carmela are gonna break up, separate, get divorced, whatever, before season finale or something?
I don't know. I think they will talk about it. They will maybe even separate. I don't know how they're gonna finish the show.
I'm very curious.
I don't know if Carmela is gonna go back to him or not. If they ever separate, you know what I mean? I don't know if this show is gonna end with them being together, but talk about divorce is definitely gonna happen.
I somehow think if she makes that step to actually want to separate, I don't think she's coming back. I think if she gets to the point where she actually does that,
I don't think so. I don't agree with you there, just because I think in the world that she lives in, it's very hard to get divorced. So it's very hard to have a life without him.
That's what I mean. If she comes to that point,
I think she's gonna come to that point, but it's not gonna be easy. So in my opinion, I think most women would go back.
Tony? Good. I took Danny to the doctor. Like you said, my son?
Oh, yeah, right. How's he doing?
Good. I made you some bread. For a thank you.
But you can't be doing stuff like this. No good.
But I just wanted to say thanks.
I know, but I already got a family. I know they give me gifts.
Can't we be friends?
Yeah, well, you see, I'm not so sure that's such a good idea either, because, you and Ralphie...
Yeah, Ralphie.
Her and Ralphie?
Hey, man. Your sister around?
She decided to stay at school and study. Any message?
No, just, hello. Alright, I'm gonna hit the road. Sorry to interrupt your dinner.
Every advantage is gift. College, good home life. I had to quit school in 11th grade. Help my mother.
They said that he has a lot of siblings or something. Oh my god, her roommate, I forgot about that.
Hello? I just don't know where else to go.
I mean, this is her room.
Yeah.
You guys hanging out? Where?
What's happening with this girl?
I don't know, she doesn't seem okay.
No.
You okay?
No.
I went over to see that movie over at the student union. And why is other people's pain a source of amusement? Caitlin, what the hell are you doing? It's just a habit. Well, stop it, alright? You're gonna be bald. Please don't be mad. Not mad. just you're really moody, you know? I think I miss my ferrets. You gotta snap out of this, Caitlin. Maybe you need to talk to somebody. Well, I'm already taking those Buspar pills. Well, maybe that's not enough.
Like, this is not just like her hair is falling. Like, this is not just moody teenagers.
So
So you know that she could be suicidal.
Literally, you know that there is a potential for her to kill herself. Because I literally wanted to say that, like, I could see this girl now killing herself in this episode. Or hurting herself. Right next to my pillow.
He was prepared, and it's good to be safe.
Nice shoes. Daddy home? Oh, he's upstairs. What's with you? You seem... What?
I know you're excited to see me, but try to control yourself.
She started pulling her hair out last night. She saw a scary movie. She does it all the time now. Her scalp is like all raw.
Oh my god.
Nothing a straitjacket wouldn't cure.
Sorry, I forgot. It's Mr. Sensitivity who doesn't have any problems of his own.
I'm agreeing with you.
Like you have a clue.
I wonder what he would consider worse, her going out with him or going out with Junior, what is his name? Jackie Jr.
I think I know the answer to that question.
It's like an ad for a fucking weight loss center. Before,
Is it gonna be a story with the girl in the beginning?
Start breaking balls. They're like an ad for a weight loss center. Before and after.
Him repeating his jokes.
Hi, Tony.
Hey.
Is that the girl?
Yeah, that's it.
I have come to reclaim Rome for my people!
Peculiar.
Peculiar. I thought it's gonna be a reference to something, I don't know. How appropriate the Gladiator 2 is coming out right now.
And probably Godfather.
Baby, I was wondering when you were.
Oh, kiss me. How many cocks you suck tonight? No arms. I'll be quiz next week.
You're gonna find this piece of shit in the trunk someday.
You're all dead men. As Russell Crowe said. Hey, come on. Hey, you can do on. Hey, hey.
At this point, from every character in the show, he now terrifies me the most. He seems most unhinged.
All right, come on. Father, shifting to a murder. Hey, come on. Son, husband. Come on. What are you, hopped up on something? It was an accident. It was an accident. Stop being such a crybaby.
Take him to the emergency room.
What?
Just take him.
I don't think he's in the state to take anyone anywhere.
Literally.
What?
Oh, nah, this guy.
Did you like the bread? The date nut bread. I had recipes.
Hey, sweetheart. I'm not alright.
Why am I afraid for her? Like, I keep waiting for people to kill themselves.
I was up all night. You could have called or something. Sorry, I didn't realize I need your permission to visit my house. And kill... Jesus Christ already! Don't go. Look, I didn't know. You know, at least you have a boyfriend. Maybe we should find her a guy. Don't you have any friends?
Do you really think I'd subject one of my friends to Caitlin? I have an idea.
Is there like a counselor? Or like, is there like an adult?
So, call the gas company. What do you want from me? Hey, you chose to live there, remember? What am I looking at?
My teeth. I got braces.
What do you want, a parade?
Oh, what I tell you about fraternizing?
Ralphie's the one sticking her. Why don't he pay for her teeth?
It's a loan, I'm juicing up. Usually it's fake tits they want.
I don't know what's gonna be the story there. Like, what should I be concerned about? Should I
have
be
no
concerned
idea.
about her doing something, Ralphie doing something? If like he sees her close to Tony, who am I supposed to be concerned about here?
That is so sad. Choose the business. Oh my God!
Are you crying? Keep it up. I'll give you something to cry about.
This is so rough, I don't know.
What the fuck?
Milena, are you in love with this boy?
I don't know. I guess so. I mean, at this point, I better be.
At what point? What does that mean?
Sorry, but we are so not having that conversation.
I think you have said enough.
Tony, you have a second? I know you said we can't be friends, but there's no one else I can talk to.
What? What?
I'm pregnant. It's Ralphie's.
Congratulations.
I don't know what to do. He acts like he doesn't give a shit.
Do you ever think he's not acting?
What should I do? Should I keep it?
I don't get involved in affairs of the heart. You already got one kid. Problems with that, burning them with cigarettes, whatever the fuck you were
I
doing.
got hope for that. I had a lot of repressed anger. The county social worker says it all goes back to my mom and holding my hand on the stove.
Whatever, okay? Believe me. But Ralphie's the father, you can do with this kid the next few generations a favor.
Hey, Urban Outfitters is having a sale.
What is the story there? I hate this.
Shut up.
I don't know the story in the whole episode. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where is anything
Do you
going.
want to go or not?
Excuse me.
Meadow here?
She paged me. She's at her parents.
Want to hang out?
I'm writing my paper.
You know, it's creepy up there alone.
Alright.
Who we missing?
Tracy. Left sick on Saturday. Haven't seen her since.
For 3 days? Fucking twat.
Do they like cheat? Like, what is this? Like, why would they have a scene with her going into his room?
I don't know, honestly.
I talked to my mom, and she wants me to go to Vermont this weekend.
This multi-something kid, he's gonna set up his ass. This is a great gladiator movie. They didn't have flat tops in ancient Rome!
He has
What do you want to drink, baby?
anger issues.
Give me a Fresca.
She hasn't been in for 3 days.
C fucking minus, and it's all her fault. 6 hours I'm trying to work and she just won't stop.
I ain't mad.
I haven't really ever any of this.
I don't know, I just know I
really,
hate whatever is happening right here. It's making me horribly uncomfortable.
Is that alright, honey?
Doesn't she have a kid? Where is the kid? He is freaking me out.
Danny, our gorgeous little baby. What's that?
Our gorgeous little baby.
I've been sick, Sil.
Oh, yeah? I called your house. Your mother says you haven't been there for 2 days either.
I would see it. Ralph's taking care of me.
Scutsy either. You got a little kid at home.
Go on, get out of here. Let's go!
What's the matter with you? Huh? You know the girls with kill-free opportunity you got?
What, working for you? Give me a break. In 2 seconds, I could get a job at any other...
Listen to me, you little fuck. If you pay what you owe, that shaved twat of yours belongs to me. You understand? I asked you a question. Yeah, now get in the car.
I hope all of them die a fucking painful death.
God,
Then
I cannot believe this.
One time this happened.
Forget it, Gab. You might as well...
If I ever laugh at anything that he says
Men
again,
have the attention span of children. Oh, sorry, honey. What'd you say?
Calm down, it's just my father. Believe me, it'll be nothing compared to meeting your dad.
I'm thinking about that.
So, Meadow, what
I was just waiting for this
business is
question.
your father?
Actually, he's in waste management.
Ah, toxic chemicals, medical waste, that sort of thing?
Toxic,
Yeah, sorta.
yeah, waste, yeah.
Environmental cleanup.
Did I tell you my father's filing a restraining order against her?
What? You're kidding, right?
You obviously don't know my father. He told me freaked when he heard about the C-.
Couldn't you try talking to her at first?
At this point,
She thinks we're friends.
we have to set limits. When the girl was ruining our lives, think about it, we couldn't do anything without her horning in.
Oh, what? Not even hello?
Fuck you, asshole.
Oh, that's nice. Very nice.
What man?
Oh, a double. Oh. You tell him, sweetie.
I like this girl.
Women. Why was I born handsome instead of rich?
I'm gonna turn this episode off.
Leave me alone.
What's the matter with you? How else am I going to take care of you when you're 9 months pregnant?
You serious?
Of course I'm serious. We'll get a little house. A cold spring.
I love you.
I love you too, baby. It's a boy. We'll name him after me. It's a girl, we'll name her Tracy after you. This way she can grow up to be a cocksucking swab, just like her mother.
Get me, motherfucking piece of shit!
That's right. Get it all out.
It make you feel good? You feel like a man?
Tracy. She slipped. They were arguing, I don't know. She fell.
Holy fucking shit. Get a sheet, Chrissy. Cover that up.
She fell?
It's my story.
You stupid motherfucker. How fucking dare you?
It's my fault she's a klutz.
Why?
You ain't fucking blind laying your hands on me! I'm a main guy! Cocksucker was way out of line.
20 years old, this girl.
That too.
Let's go.
I think we need to talk. I think that maybe we've been saying too much to each other.
Are you breaking up with me?
You're really that surprised. You're too negative. It's like you have this underlying cynicism about everything.
What are you talking about?
I really didn't want to get into this.
So things are better then? Since our first session? Yes, I guess.
A young man who worked for us, our own sanitation, he died. He died, that's all. Work-related death. Sad when they go so young.
I heard she went outside with Ralphie and never came back. Do yourself a favor and keep what you hear to yourself.
Parties are usually Friday night. A lot of high rollers, a lot of big tips. You want in the VIP room? It's $50 to me, plus a blowjob later on.
All the stories have been told of kings and days of old, but there's no income now. Never very much anymore.
Guys,
I literally feel sick.
honestly, I think the season so far has been too dark for me.
This is
No,
ridiculous.
I'm honestly.
This is, I don't know what to tell you.
Who's gonna start? You or me?
See, I'm looking at you.
Honestly, I don't know how we're gonna do this review. I really don't.
I just told Milena 10 minutes. I can't say a single word about this.
This has to be one of the hardest episodes of Sopranos.
No, I literally felt sick. Like I literally felt sick to my stomach watching this. I don't know.
And the thing is, I just want to mention this quickly because my mom and my brother are watching Sopranos right now together, and I think my mom is watching season 1.
Yeah.
And she's saying that she cannot with the violence and brutality. Like, it upsets her. Like,
God,
she likes the
she's
show,
gonna
but she
die in
just...
season 3.
I don't think she's gonna get through
She's not
season
gonna.
3,
She's not gonna
honestly.
make it through season 3.
Literally in this episode, I was like, it crossed my mind. My mom should not be watching this. Literally, she's not gonna enjoy this. You know what I mean?
This was a disgusting episode. I don't know how else to put it. This was a disgusting episode. This was like, I'm trying to figure out, like, is it worse because, like, you know, the violence is, I mean, like, there was violence in this show and people beating people up. It's like, I'm trying to figure out if this seems worse because of, like, who the violence is against, you know, when it's like a woman and, like, specifically she was also pregnant. Like, is it worse because of that, or like I just think the structure of the episode made it worse as well.
I think so.
Because it felt like watching them from the outside, you know, watching like Tony and the group from outside. You are watching it through the eyes of Tracy in some moments, and like through other moments you are with Meadow, and so like you're not necessarily with Tony's group, you know. And so like maybe watching it from the perspective like of someone who is directly harmed by them, through that perspective you see how monstrous they are, and like things stop being funny. Like, I have spent 2.5 seasons, I'm sure, laughing at Silvio. And, like, in this episode, when he's not around the boys and whatever, he is slapping her, pushing her into the car for, like, not showing up to work.
Yeah, no, but when you see what they are also doing, things that they are also doing, how they are exploiting and how cruel they are towards these women, you know. I think
I mean, again, like just the setting of them owning
strip club.
A strip club where the women also work as sex workers. Again, this is the environment for this makes sex work at this point such an unsafe thing to do. It's very exploitative towards women. Like, my blood shivers whenever anyone, like the guy that was working, oh, this is $50 and you have to give me a blowjob later. Like, it's difficult to listen to.
No, it was difficult to listen every single thing, like, and that was surrounding Tracy's life. Exactly that thing that guy said. Or that, like, this one helped her. What did he do? Did he help her with her teeth?
Which, Silvio?
Yeah.
He paid for her teeth.
Yeah,
yes,
he was like, I paid for her teeth because, like, she's gonna bring more money, and, like, investing in her because she's gonna exploit her later. With the sex work that she's gonna have to do for him. Honestly, every single scene that we had in this episode surrounding women, I'm referring to Mafia World, have been terrifying to watch, honestly.
And like, it's different types of violence. When it's the women that work for them, then it's a different type of violence reserved for example, like Adriana, I guess, the wives, girlfriends, or whatever, that they think that they can, like, inflict upon them. I mean, we all know that, like, Richie slapped Janice and that's how he died as well. There's just very different types of violence that is allowed and not allowed in their mind.
Yeah, no, I mean, you see how they treat women in their world.
Yeah.
And it is horrifying to watch. Honestly, I really like how this episode was structured. It was good structured with...
I think it accomplished what it wanted to accomplish. It's just like, I'm traumatized
with
now.
Following two stories at the same time of two girls who are very similar age, but just come from completely two different backgrounds. Where you have one whose father is Tony Soprano. So like I would say that's very bad for her, in my opinion. Like, I would say that, like, she wasn't lucky in life for having father, like, someone who is Tony Soprano. But compared to this girl,
she has a certain amount of privilege. Meadow does, like,
enormous amount of privilege compared to the girl, and the way that she grew up and where she ended up, and the job that she is doing, and the way that these men are treating her in this episode. Like, we were watching her sex life and what she is doing, comparing to Meadow's sex life and what she was doing and how she was feeling about it, you know. And scenes that, like, we have watched with Tracy surrounded around sex have been terrifying, honestly. To watch in this episode.
I don't know. They are all such awful, awful humans. And, like, I reserve that word for every single one. Like, even if some are worse than others, I still think all of them are awful humans. Because, I mean, in this episode, like, Ralph clearly was the most psychotic person. And again, Ralph doesn't exist in a vacuum. He is surrounded by all the other guys. Tony is boss. All of this is his responsibility as well. Tony, at least, let's say, seemed like he cared most, you know, I guess because, like, she is that close to Meadow's age, and, like, he had that, like, he was helping her out with something, and, like, the way that he approached her, you know, was, I'm not gonna say more fatherly, because, like, it's not that, but, like,
I would say even more fatherly, just because, again, I don't know how to explain that. I think Tony does feel empathy for younger people. I don't know how to explain that. I think Tony would connect her with his own daughter, and would be, again, we know that these other people have daughters as well. They all went to same school, you know. I'm just saying that, like, I do believe that is something why he feels empathy is because he would connect this young girl to his child, who is maybe 2 years younger than this girl.
Yeah, maybe a year.
Or
She
something.
was like 20, Meadows maybe 19 or something.
Okay. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Something like that.
So like the same age, basically.
Yeah.
And I think this also is gonna serve to as his storyline. I think it's gonna follow him a bit, maybe. I think he's gonna feel bad because of what happened, you know?
Yeah.
Even though whatever I'm saying,
actually, I don't know if that's what I expect from Tony, because like there were many things that happened in this show that I thought like could make him feel bad, you know, that like I would expect empathy from him, and like he shows it at a point, then it's gone in an instant. And so like for example, I thought that was maybe indicative of who Tony was as a person when we were watching season 1. In episode, I don't know what it was, like maybe 7, 8, 9, I don't know. Maybe it was season 2 even, who knows, doesn't matter. But like when that detective killed himself. And before that, like he was speaking to Tony and like clearly going through a hard time. And so like I was thinking Tony is gonna think about the conversation that they had, because like I feel like any other person would be haunted by that to a certain degree, about like this person committing suicide. That is before that you had like clear indication that he is not feeling well, and like he was asking you things that like maybe you could have helped him with or whatever. Like I think just as a person you're gonna feel some sort of way. Tony felt nothing towards that, you know. And so like his empathy is, I don't know how to selective.
I agree with you. It's just that like it doesn't have to happen. Depends on what about writers want to do with the storyline. Let's say it's just because I kind of feel like he feels empathy for the, I'm gonna say innocence. I don't know how to explain that, because like let's say if he feels empathy for himself, for what he has gone through in his childhood and how that childhood what
made
has
him turn
made
out.
Exactly. So like I would say that he would feel empathy for this girl and where she ended up, and like the way that she was raised. Let's say it doesn't have to be because like, he doesn't have to think of those things, just because she let's say approached him before, again just like that detective did as well, and asked him for help. And in my opinion he was dismissive. At the end, he did stop. At the end, he did maybe say, oh, you should get an abortion, you know, and things like that. But I feel like he was dismissive. So maybe he could feel either guilt or that, or like reminded of her. Because again, I think he feels empathy for innocence. Even we see even in the last scene that he cannot talk in therapy because he's thinking of what happened. Like, I feel like the next time when he goes to breakfast and eats bread, you know, because she brought him bread, she made bread for nothing of this has to happen. I completely understand and agree what you're saying. It's just that like I could see this while watching the episode. I thought that he's gonna feel something because she's gonna die, because during the entire episode I honestly thought she was gonna be brutally murdered.
I thought like
I
in the
didn't think
beginning
we're
I
gonna
thought she was
see
gonna
all of
commit
it.
suicide.
I mean, we again averted our eyes because like it seemed like it was very fucking brutal. But I thought she was gonna die, but like I thought she was gonna die like he's gonna punch her and she's gonna fall, you know,
like hit her head on something
or something like that. Again,
it was
brutal,
like
but like
continuous. Like they.
It's just I don't think I am used to this, watching this type of violence. Honestly, like I don't remember last time I watched a show with so much violence. I don't know.
I think it's been a bit. Like I think there was a point in time when we were watching things, I guess, with so much violence that like
I agree.
It was
I
expected, but like I think now where we are and what we're watching, there is not this much violence. Like
and also I think it changed a bit since season 1. In my opinion, I think it is a bit more. So honestly, that's why.
Again, I think like every once and again.
In a while. Once in a while. Once and again.
Well, yeah, once in a while. I just think there's like some other saying with again, but like maybe every now and again. That's what I meant. I think every now and again the show
And what's wrong with once in a while?
Nothing. It's just like I had to figure out why I wanted to say it again. The show wants to remind you how awful they are.
Yeah, and they should.
They should because again, I don't think we forget it because I think we make it a point in every episode to say like they're all awful people. Like anything that I say that is positive about them, I still know and understand they're awful people. It's just like I don't think they necessarily have to mention this every time. I think we all understand what we're watching.
I agree, but like I feel like if we wouldn't get the scenes like these ones, I don't think we would forget. But like if we never got these types of scenes, we would not realize.
Yeah, I guess we would be more empathetic.
Yeah, and now with getting all these scenes, I am less empathetic. Much less, and I don't think I will forget ever those scenes. You know what I mean? Like
they were that brutal that like this gonna carry me through until the end.
I agree.
You don't have to give me anything else, don't.
I have a feeling like in last, let's say, 10 episodes, I'm gonna say, is when my empathy has started to go like this,
Yeah.
Like I feel like through any scenes, like I said, like even the scenes with them joking around women or things like that have thrown me off so much that like those are the scenes that like bring so much to me, not having any warm feelings towards them.
No, literally they're so like I have nothing to say about how awful they are, like starting with Ralph through Silvio through Tony. Doesn't matter that Tony can like let's say show more empathy than maybe the others that we have seen, but like they still are a part of this environment. They foster this environment of violence towards women in the way they treat them, in the way they run things.
Yeah, it doesn't matter in my opinion. Like I don't I think Tony in some ways can be different or whatever, or like that he reacted like that to Tracy, or that we never saw him that way with Carmela. It doesn't matter any of that because like he's actively, he's in a business with all these guys in this club every single day, making
he exploits people for a living.
He exploits these girls as well, absolutely the same,
Yeah, like even his fucking girlfriend was 20. His girlfriend was not okay, was also 20. Like they're just such awful people.
Completely.
And I don't know what's awaiting for them at the end. They're gonna get every bit of what they deserve, I hope.
I hope so.
And they really do deserve the worst.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to tell you. I am hoping, praying someone catches them. I'm hoping that you slip up. I'm hoping everyone that you love leaves you.
And the thing is, I have no doubt that somebody can catch them with things, with their fragile egos, like Tony's, let's say in the last episode. I have no doubt that that's gonna be very possible.
Like even this, like in this episode, Ralph.
Yeah.
He snapped because like she told him that like he's not
a man
enough, and so like he went and beat her to death. And now they're gonna pretend that she did fall down.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go on with our days, right? Because like it's not like he's gonna get unmade. Like this is the environment. This is the environment you foster.
No, completely.
And so like that's just it. Again, in contrast with Meadow's storyline and like the different type of world that she lives in, and all of this is just based on pure luck, based on who you were born with. Yet
I would say that like I would not wish anybody to have a father like Tony Soprano.
I mean, there's just
like that is I cannot imagine something like that, But on the other hand, you see how horrible somebody else
gets it.
No, honestly, seeing Meadow's story in this episode, in my opinion, was also very interesting. I'm wondering with the storyline
with her
roommate.
I don't know, that we were just like talking about, like, you don't understand the trouble we have with this episode. Like, we were making a lunch and we just like the entire time we were just like talking about this episode, trying to like wrap our minds around everything. And so we were talking about like the purpose of Meadow's roommate, and like is it supposed to say something about Meadow?
I mean, I think this episode showed a lot about Meadow even without her roommate. Like the way that like she was bringing stuff to her house just for cleaning and talking. I even remember in one moment she said for her for their house. What's the word for the housekeeper to clean it? There was some sentences, the way that she took the class and showed it to Carmela.
That just shows you the privilege that she was born with.
Exactly, and then when Carmela is not doing it, she averts her eyes, like rolls her eyes. I think those are the things that like we saw about Meadow in this episode that make perfect sense.
I mean, we know
that was literally how she was raised, you know.
Like a lot of things have been allowed to her, and in that environment. And again, how the fuck are you gonna expect anything else when like Tony Soprano is your father? You know, like...
I mean, Carmela is also her mother, like...
Absolutely.
We, again...
It's just like, it's, you know... It completely... It's, like, stems from... It starts with that, and, like, Carmela is absolutely at fault as well there.
Completely. No, that's the thing. Just, like, two different things she's gonna pick up from their parents. Yeah. But, like, the way that, let's say, Carmela is a housewife, and the way that Carmela treats the help... you know, and things like that, of like who is she gonna learn
these things from?
Everything from, of course, them. Those are the things that she sees in her house.
Yeah.
She's not gonna wake up one day and be like, oh, let's care about homeless woman, you know?
Yeah.
Let's care about what we read in paper. Yeah. She's not gonna care about those things. Even there we see complete contrast with her and her friend. Like, they are both going to this college. I mean, her boyfriend as well. Like, they're all going to this college, but they're completely different people who are living completely different lives.
Yeah. And I mean, at the end, like, her boyfriend breaks up with her because of, like, who his dad is.
I mean...
Like, her dad is. Because, like, I mean, it's the mafia. Like, it was just, honestly, it was just, like, a matter of time.
That's why, like, we were constantly saying, oh, she's gonna end up with a boy like Tony Soprano, you know?
Yeah.
Who else is she gonna end up with? If you know what I mean. Like, those are the things, like, she's gonna have more things in common with the people who have been raised the same way than with the people who have been raised like Noah or anybody else. I'm not saying like Noah, like somebody, you know.
No, I mean, like, Noah has his own issues. Clearly, like with his dad, like just a different type of like parental failure, I would say as well. But just like for them, it didn't work. Again, Meadow is too similar. She just adapted a lot of the normality and environment in her household, and so like of course it's gonna make sense that like at the end she's gonna search out for something that's familiar, which is again how like the cycle of toxic relationship continues. Like, you search for what you know. And so like Jackie Jr., I'm just waiting for them to get together. Like, it's only a matter of time at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I think that's, you know, that is gonna be AJ and Meadow's storyline, basically kind of the same progression, or at least definitely. Like the showing of how they function in life coming from this.
Yeah, definitely.
The thing with her roommate is that like I really don't know what what is happening with her. Like, does she have some type of like BPD or some type of like bipolar, or like does she have some like traumatic response? Because like the first episode we saw her, she was just like going out and partying and like seems everything was fine, then immediately she shut down. I remember us thinking at that point that like something has happened to her potentially, like when she was out and drinking, and like maybe someone took advantage of her, and so like maybe she's dealing with something like that, you know, in which case like she really needs like professional help. I mean, regardless, she needs professional help. Like, there is little that Meadow and her boyfriend can do, you know, like it's not on them to turn their whole lives around to help her, you know.
They even can't help her.
Yeah, I believe personally that you have responsibility towards people to help what you can help, you know. There is always a line that you have to have for your own personal sake.
I agree.
And so like, I'm not gonna talk about Meadow now being cold towards her roommate as that being, how to explain this, as that being some type of like, negative thing against Meadow, you know. It doesn't have to be at all. Like, I can understand like her frustration as well. She's young. She doesn't know how to help her friend. I don't know if she like what she has tried until now, you know, like.
And also it's been months like this.
Yeah,
you know,
they have been living together for so long, and so like that doesn't have to say anything about Meadow. It's just like the only question that arises, like, if the show is showing you that, I don't know what they're trying to tell me. Like
because like I don't think that, like, I did think in some scenes like it showed that like she reacted coldly because she was, let's say, bored maybe of these things, you know, how depressed or how negative or how whatever, you know. But like there were signs where she, I mean, again, invited her here, or like felt guilty. She didn't invite her to the movie theater, where she again took the thing, I guess, the thing that she could hurt herself with, or things like that, you know. Like those are the things where she showed that, like, you can't say she's just cold, you know. It just, again, we weren't with them. The last time we saw was was the first time we saw the girl, and we saw that something was wrong. I'm not sure if this is like in that episode. I thought this was gonna be the story, but after this episode, I'm not sure that like we're gonna have that type of a story. I'm not sure what exactly they're trying to tell us with the girl, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's the part that I'm trying to figure out.
Because like she's definitely depressed.
Yeah.
And she's definitely struggling very much. I don't know if we're gonna see that like she's not gonna get help. Like honestly, I have no idea where the story is going with the girl. I honestly have no idea. But in my opinion, in this episode, I saw more of Meadow's personality through, let's say, her behavior at home than her behavior towards her. At least I took out more about
from her home life.
Exactly, and where her storyline is going. Yeah, because like I can't judge her for anything with her friend.
Yeah, I mean, again, like this is also the 2000s. Like I don't know how equipped they are in college, how much they're gonna care about mental health, and like if there's anyone to help out either, you know, have no clue. So like maybe there's just Meadow herself wouldn't even have anywhere to turn to, you know. It's not like you can force someone to enter like a psychologist's office or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know what she has tried. Again, it's just a question like of why we're seeing it. And then so like
because like at the same time it could be just us watching the story of this girl.
Yeah.
You know, who is in college and who is struggling very much and who is depressed. I just don't know what exactly they're gonna tell us at the end.
No, I don't. That's what I don't know either, honestly.
But yeah,
I think that's it, guys.
Yeah, I honestly think this is more than I expected from us to be able to.
Like literally, don't even like you don't understand. We were barely able to like sit there and make food. Just like they were just like, are you shocked about this? Yeah, like that. Yeah. We were just 20 minutes just talking about this.
I agree.
To have nothing to tell you.
I mean, I think the topics are very.
This is very difficult.
Difficult, yeah.
Yeah.
And sad and tragic and
also I'm seeing half of Ralph's face right now on HBO.
Yeah.
And I really want to exit it. I mean, I like one thing. I think the actor, I don't know who the actor is, but like he really has the crazy eyes down to a T.
When he laughed when Silvio was punched or whatever.
No. He he is doing a phenomenal job.
I agree.
He is doing a fucking phenomenal job. It's freaking me out.
I completely agree.
That's a positive I can tell.
I mean the story is great.
No, I think it's great. It's great.
Just like in episode 4, like at the end of that episode, like I also said, like the story, I have nothing bad to say about it. You know, like it's really good. It wants to send a message. I like the parallels between Tracy and Meadow in this episode. Like I like all of it, but like it's just very hard and traumatic to watch, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's what we have arrived to.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.